Good morning to all of you. I welcomes to all in our lecture series on quantum mechanics. Past three videos we are discussing on the topic of rectangular potential barrier, that is this one. So this is the pictorial representation of a ideal rectangular potential barrier. So this is the potential barrier. Here the incident particles is going to be incident, whose kinetic energy E is less than that of the V0, and even if this kinetic energy will be less than that of this potential, there is some probability of particle can penetrate this region 2 or this restriction or this potential and can be moved to the region 3. That means even the kinetic energy is less than that of the potential, also we can found some probability density in region 3 that we have been discussed step by step in our last three videos. So these are the notes we have been discussed in step by step. So I suggest to all of you that if you want to write down the note and try to understand what will the tunneling effect, that is the case of E less than V0, you go through the last three videos. Okay, up to this much in step by step, all the mathematical derivations we done step by step. So you go through those three videos, then you can confirm or you can clear about the tunneling effect and other cases also we have been discussed in the conclusion part. In this lecture or today's lecture, we are going to discuss if E greater than V0. That means pictorially this is the representation, means the height of the energy is greater than that of the potential. This is the potential height V0 and width is minus a to a, that means 2a. Here the width is 2a. 2a is the width of the potential barrier, and if the kinetic energy, here kinetic energy or E, here E is nothing but totally purely kinetic energy at the time of incident, which is greater than that of the V0 or the potential or the restriction in the path. So when this particle flux is going to interact with this potential, what happens or what type of dynamics we can found in this region 1, region 2 and region 3, that we are going to discuss mathematically and physically. Okay, conceptually how it is and its corresponding mathematics, step by step we are going to be discuss. So let's start. So before we have to start, I suggest that you draw this figure clearly, perfectly in your note. Okay, so this is our region 1. From here, means from the minus infinity side, the particle flux is incidence on this potential rectangular potential barrier whose height is V0, and this is the region 3, and this barrier length or width is 2a. That means this barrier extends from minus x is equal to minus a to x is equal to plus a, and the energy or the purely kinetic energy at the time of incident is greater than, see here this is the representation of the energy which is greater than that of the V0. So draw this figure perfectly. So here in this case, the incident energy of the particle, that is which is purely kinetic energy, is greater than that of the V0. From figure it can be perceivable. Hence TI Schrodinger equations, that means time independent Schrodinger equations for three regions will be what we can write. It will be d square psi 1 by dx square plus 2m by h cross square E minus V0. Here V0 is Vx will be 0, psi 1 equal to 0, because we know that in general in general the time independent Schrodinger equation in one dimensional is nothing but d square psi by dx square plus 2m by h cross square e minus vx psi equal to 0. So for region 1 we have to consider it will be psi 1 and here it will be psi 1 because from the beginning itself of this topic we consider that wave function region 1 is psi 1, for region 2 psi 2 is the wave function, for region 3 psi 3 is the wave function. We have been considered from the beginning of this topic. Okay, so for the region 1 the general time independent Schrodinger equation will be this much, but in case of region 1 you can see that the Vx value is nothing but 0, Vx equal to 0. The Vx, that means there is no potential we can found in the region 1. So that the so-called Schrodinger equation for the region 1 will be d square psi 1 by dx square plus 2m by h cross square e psi 1 equal to 0. And if we are going to consider 2me by h cross square as k square, then this will be reduced to d square psi 1 by dx square plus k square psi 1 equal to 0. Let it is equation number 1. In case of region 2, the Vx or the potential value is how much? It is V0 and it is a constant throughout the region 2, right? So for the region 2, time independent Schrodinger equation will be d square psi 2 by dx square plus 2m by h cross square e minus Vx. So here Vx is V0, psi 2 equal to 0. Okay, here E is greater than V0, so it will be written in this form. So here in this case E is greater than that of the V0. Already we are discussing, so no need to write here because for this case as E greater than V0, so it will be in this form. Okay, so if V0 greater than that of the E, then it will be minus 2m by h cross square V0 minus E psi 2 will be equal to 0. That we have been discussed in our previous video whenever we discussed for the case of E less than V0. As in this case E greater than V0, so it will be 2m by h cross square E minus V0 psi 2 will be equal to 0. Let alpha square equal to 2m E minus V0 by h cross square. So instead of 2m E minus V0 h cross square, we can write alpha square psi 2 equal to 0. Let it is equation number 2. And if we are going to consider region 3, the potential is 0. So Schrodinger equation for the region 3 is d square psi 3 by dx square plus 2m by h cross square E minus Vx. Here Vx means the so-called potential in the region 3 will be 0. So E minus 0 psi 3 will be equal to 0. Already we have been considered that 2me by h cross square is k square, right? So we can write directly here k square psi 3 equal to 0. Let it is equation number 3. So here you can see 1, 2, 3 equations are second order differential equations. Okay, so hence the solutions of the differential equations 1, 2, 3 are written as the general solutions of equation 1, 2, 3 will be written as psi 1 equal to a e to the power ikx plus b e to the power minus ikx, because here you can see that the auxiliary equation of this differential equation will be written m square plus k square equal to 0. Here m will be plus or minus ik. Okay, so for this case here m square plus alpha square equal to 0, m equal to plus or minus I alpha. So for this one m will be equal to plus or minus ik. So by considering the linear combination of two solutions, the general solutions of equation number 1, 2, 3 will be psi 1 will be equal to a e to the ikx plus b e to the minus ikx for region 1. Okay, and psi 2 will be equal to c e to the power I alpha x, because two roots for region 2, the two roots are I alpha and minus I alpha, so hence it will be c e to the I alpha x plus d e to the minus I alpha x for region 2. Let it is equation number 5. Psi 3 is equal to f e to the ikx plus g e to the minus ix. Let it is equation number 6 for region 3. Okay, now here you can see one thing, that all are in the imaginary form. See, e to the I, e to the minus I, here all the solution. That means it is representing all the wave functions are oscillatory behavior. So region 1, if we are going to consider, then a e to the power ikx is represents the incident wave or wave function. That is, this is represents a e to the ikx, but it is a oscillatory behavior. Okay, likewise b e to the minus ikx represents the reflected wave function in region 1. This is reflected, means towards negative x-axis direction, and also oscillatory because it is in I format. In region 2, c e to the power I alpha x is incident towards this boundary. This is the incident towards this boundary at x is equal to minus a, but this c e to the I alpha x is incident wave for the boundary x is equal to plus a, and d e to the minus alpha x is the wave function reflected from the boundary, or you can say the interface at x is equal to plus a towards negative x-axis direction. Then f e to the power I kx is the transmitted wave in the region 3, and in the region 3 there is no other boundary from where we can expect the reflection. So there is no boundary in the region 3. So as there is no boundary, so we could not expect any type of reflection. So as we got the in the general solution is g e to the I alpha x, which can be considered as the reflection. But in region 3 there is no boundary or interface we can get any reflection. So this reflection could not be considered for region 3. That means this solution is not going to be considered for region 3. So hence for region 3 the wave function, final wave function will be only f e to the power ikx, that is equation number 7 here I written, but g e to the power minus ikx not be acceptable. Why not be acceptable? I just discussed. Okay, here the solutions are oscillatory in all the three regions we discussed already, and the probability current densities are, now we are going to find out the probability current densities for incident and for reflection and for transmission. Okay, now for incident wave, here you have to just underline that one. The probability current densities are in first I for incident wave. For incident wave means the incident wave function we have to consider, that is psi in a e to the ikx. This incident wave function is considering the region 1, right? The region 1, the initial incident wave. This is the initial incident wave and this is the transmitted. Suppose if we are going to consider this will be the incident, this will be the transmitted wave. Okay, so for this transmitted wave, this is the incident wave or wave function. So by considering this wave function, what will be the probability current density for the incident wave in region 1 that we are trying to find out? We know that in general the current density is equal to I h cross by 2m. One dimensional current density, 1D current density, we know if it is moving along positive x-axis direction, then J is nothing but I h cross by 2m psi star psi del psi star by del x minus psi star del psi by del x. This is the general expression for the current density, one dimensional current density, whenever it is moving positive x-axis direction, towards the positive x-axis direction, and towards the negative x-axis direction it will be minus this much. Okay, so here for incident wave we have to consider the incident wave function. So instead of psi we are going to consider psi in, that is incident wave function. So considering this incident wave function, you just simple derivative is there. Psi in is nothing but a e to the I k x, derivative of psi in means psi in star means here a e to the I k x whole star, it will be a star, and derivative of e to the power I k x will be I k x complex conjugate, that will be minus I k into e to the power minus I k x. Similarly, considering derivative of a e to the I k x or psi in, we are going to get here psi in star or complex conjugate of incident wave will be a star e to the minus I k x, and derivative of this one will be I k a e to the I k x. So by simplification we got J in or current density, probability current density for incident wave is h cross k by m a mod square. Let it is equation number 8. Now we have to consider for reflected wave. Okay, for reflected wave we have to consider the reflected wave function, that is b e to the minus I k x. Similar way we have to consider a similar procedure we have to consider, but here as it is reflected, it will be minus I h cross by 2m psi r into d psi r star by dx minus psi r star into d psi r by dr. You just put psi r as this one, psi r star means complex conjugate of reflected wave function will be equal to b star e to the power plus I k x. Here the complex conjugate of psi r is nothing but b star e to the power plus I k x, and the derivative of this one will be b star, here the complex conjugate of this one e to the minus I k x means it will be e to the plus I k x, and derivative will be I k e to the I k x. And at last we found JR, probability current density of reflected wave h cross k by m b mod square. Let it is equation number 9. I suggest that you have to just pause the video and you have to write the note perfectly. Okay, don't skip in your note any step. You can skip the steps in your exam. In your exam you can write this much, and directly you can write this much, no problem. This much step, this 3 to 4 steps can be skipped in your exam, but in your note you have to be right. Okay, now for transmitted wave we have to consider the transmitted wave function, that is psi t is equal to f e to the power I k x. If we are going to consider this one and the probability current density, here see, transmitted wave is moving along the positive x-axis direction, but reflected wave is moving along negative x-axis direction. So only for that we consider here minus I h cross by 2m other terms, but here transmitted wave is moving positive x-axis direction, so we have to consider plus I h cross by 2m psi t into d psi t star by dx minus, here del or somewhere it is written del or somewhere written d, no problem. So d psi t star by dx minus psi t star into d psi t by dx. Some books they are written del psi t by del x, no problem, because psi t is the function of, here here we are considering as a function of, here's wave function is a function of in one dimensional function of x and t, but as we are considering only changes, only the changes with respect to x, so you can write also d by dx of psi t star minus psi t star d by dx of psi t. So by using this one, f e to the I k x, you can found that h cross k by m f mod square. So I suggest that for reflected wave you write all the steps, and for incident wave you write all the steps in your note, and for transmitted no need to write, only you just check this much value is coming or not after calculation, this much in your rough you just verify. Okay, but in exam you can omit this much step and this much step, no problem. Now here the coefficient of reflection, hence the coefficient of reflection or reflectivity, which can be represented by R, will be how much? The ratio between probability current density of reflected current divided by incident current. Okay, that will be how much? You just see JR h cross k by m b mod square divided by incident. J incident is h cross k by m a mod square. So h cross k by m got cancelled. We found b by a mod square. Let it is equation number 10. And here Jt is considered as equation number 10. This is equation number 11. And the coefficient of transmission or transmittivity represented by T will be Jt by J in. Okay, this is the amount of probability of finding the in the region 3 with respect to region 1, or you can say the probability current density of transmitted wave with respect to incident will be equal to f by a mod square. You see that Jt is h cross k by m f mod square and Ja is h cross k by m a mod square. So the ratio will be f by a mod square. The values of R and T can be found by using boundary condition. So this R and T value can be found if we can found B by A, F by A value in the term of what, in the terms of E and V0. So that can be found by considering the boundary conditions. Okay, so the so-called boundary conditions are psi 1 at x is equal to minus a is equal to psi 2 at x is equal to minus a, and their first derivative at x is equal to minus a is equal to first derivative of psi 1 and psi 2 at x is equal to minus a also will be equal. That means here already these things many times we have been discussed. That means at this interface, that means at x is equal to a, this is continuous. That means the wave is propagating, means here there is no discontinuous, here it is continuous. That means this side is psi 1, this side is psi 2, but at this point obviously psi 1 and psi 2, because both are continuous and its slope also continuous, means first derivative also continuous. D psi 1 by dx is equal to d psi 2 by dx, means easily can be differentiable. Okay, likewise at the interface x is equal to a, at x is equal to a, that means plus a, psi 2, this is belongs to psi 2, this is belongs to psi 3, this is belongs to psi 1. So psi 2 will be equal to psi 1 at x is equal to a, and its first derivative also equal. These are the third and fourth boundary conditions. So third boundary condition is psi 2 at x is equal to a equal to psi 3 at x is equal to a, and first derivative at x is equal to a are same. D psi 2 by dx at x is equal to a equal to d psi 3 by dx at x is equal to a. Now if we have to consider these boundary conditions, then we can found the values of b by a and f by a, which is the so called reflectivity and transmittivity, reflection coefficient and transmission coefficient. If we can found, then we can observe or we can analyze the dynamics of the flux of the particle through the potential barrier. The condition is E is greater than V0. Now here we are going to consider now we have to consider the boundary conditions A and B. What we are going to get, you just see. By considering boundary conditions A and B, what we are going to get? First we have to consider by A, means boundary condition A. The boundary condition A is nothing but psi 1 at x is equal to minus a is equal to psi 2 at x is equal to minus a. This is the wave function in region 1, this is region 2. So we have to go there. Here this is the wave function of region 1 is a e to the I alpha I kx plus b e to the minus I kx. Psi 2 wave function of region 2 c e to the I alpha x plus d e to the minus I alpha x. For region 3 is f e to the power I kx. This is not to be considered. Okay, so here I written separately these three wave function to explain the boundary conditions, because in last page here it is written, so I am going to be explain here, means always I have to move back, so I written here. Okay, the wave functions in three regions. Now you just consider psi 1 at x is equal to minus a. That means instead of x we have to consider minus a. So put minus a, it will be minus ika. So a e to the power minus ika plus b e to the power minus a, means it will be plus ika, will be equal to psi 2, that is see psi 2 at x is equal to minus a. So psi 2 is this one, so it will be c e to the power minus I alpha a. Put instead of x is equal to minus a, it will be c e to the power minus I alpha a plus d into e to the power, here minus a means it will be plus d e to the plus I alpha a. Let it is equation number 13. Okay, now we have to consider by boundary condition B what we are going to get. Watch this carefully. See here, boundary condition B is nothing but derivative or first derivative of psi 1 at x is equal to minus a, first derivative of psi 2 at x is equal to minus a. Okay, first we have to consider the first derivative of psi 1. Okay, so psi 1 first derivative will be how much? Ik a e to the ikx. See, first derivative of psi 1, that means ik into a into e to the ikx, but instead of x we have to consider minus a, so it will be minus ika. So what we are going to get? Ik a into e to the minus ika, right? The derivative of this one, and we have to put x is equal to minus a. First take the derivative of this one. The derivative of this one will be minus ik into b, minus ik into b e to the power minus ik, but here we have to consider minus a, so it will be plus, so it will be ik. See, this type of mistake oftenly happen. See here I forgot to write e, b into e to the power plus ik. Okay. Next is equal to first derivative of psi 2 at x is equal to minus a. So first derivative psi 2, that means right hand side, we are considering right hand side, so it will be I alpha c e to the power I alpha minus a. Okay, so it will be I alpha c e to the power minus I alpha a. Okay, now the first derivative of this one at x is equal to minus a. First derivative of this one with respect to x will be how much? Minus I alpha d e to the power minus I alpha into minus a. It will be plus I alpha. So minus I alpha, put it in bracket, it will be better, into d into e to the plus I alpha a. Okay, or further simplification we can get I k can be taken outside, then in bracket we can write a into e to the minus I k a minus b e to the plus I k a is equal to, here in the right hand side I alpha can be taken outside, in bracket we can write c e to the power minus I alpha a, here is minus d e to the power plus I alpha a, or here alpha, I alpha, if going to be taken this side, left side, it will be divide, it will be coming to the denominator. So that means ik by I alpha. So I got cancelled, k by alpha into a e to the I minus ik minus b e to the plus ik is equal to c. Whatever written, that only written, c into e to the minus I alpha a minus d e to the plus I alpha a. Let it is equation number 14. Okay. Now we have to add the equation number 13 and 14. What we are going to get? This is our equation number 13. This is our equation number 14. These two. Okay. Now we have to add these two equations. What we are going to get see. First I am explaining the right hand side. See here d e to the power plus I alpha a, here minus d e to the power plus I alpha a. So this term is going to be cancelled out. Okay. So here c e to the power minus I alpha a, here the same term c into e to the power minus alpha a. Two terms can be add up. So right hand side we can get 2c into e to the power minus I alpha a. Okay. Now come to the left side. Here you can see a into e to the power minus I alpha ka minus I ka. Here one term you can get k by alpha into a into e to the power minus I ka. So if among this term and this term, what you can take common? A into e to the power minus I ka. If you can take common from this term and this term a e to the power I ka, then what we are going to get? You can get 1 plus k by alpha. Here k by alpha is there. K by alpha into a into e to the power minus I ka. Okay. Similarly, you can consider this term and this term. Here this term is this k by alpha also multiplied with this term. So we can take b into e to the power plus I ka outside the bracket. So in the bracket we can found that here, sorry, not this term, this term and this term. So b e to the power plus I ka taken outside. So it will be 1 minus k by alpha. Here this term is k by alpha into b into e to the power plus I ka. Here k by alpha means minus k by alpha. So by taking common b e to the power plus I ka, we can get 1 minus k alpha. In the left hand side we got this much. Okay. So that implies c will be how much? Carefully watch. C will be, this is 2 is going to be divided here, and this e to the power minus I alpha a. One step I omitted. Okay, will be divided this side. So here 2 is going to divide, means 2 will be divided with this term and this term. It will see here a by 2 and another two terms I have been written. That is 1 plus k by alpha e to the power I minus I k, here a by 2. Okay, here similarly 1 minus k by alpha is here b by 2 into e to the power plus I k a. Okay, so here another term e to the power minus I alpha a, where it is gone? Here in the denominator it is minus. If you have to take this to the numerator, it will be plus. Okay, so it will be denominator, it was e to the minus I alpha a, it moved to the numerator, it will be e to the I alpha a. Let it is equation number 15. This is your C. No need to write in your note these things, only I for the explanation I written. Okay, now we have to move towards the next page. Next page. Now by subtracting equation number 14 from equation number 13, what you are going to get? You see, by subtracting 14 means this 14 is going to be subtract from 13. That means here this will be minus and this will be plus. The right hand side, what we are going to get? This dd is going to be add up, and in the right hand side we can get 2d e to the power plus I alpha, right? And this c term is going to be cancelled out. Okay, similarly this will be plus, this b term will be plus, this b a term will be minus. So as it will be minus, so considering this a e to the minus I k and minus k by alpha a e to the minus k, so this term will be, by considering these two terms, we can get 1 minus k by alpha into a into e to the power minus k. Similarly b term, if we are going to consider, then it will be plus 1 plus k by alpha into b into e to the power plus I k a is equal to 2 into d into e to the plus I alpha a. Okay, so here the pencil things you should not be right. Here I given minus and plus sign for your for my explanation, so you should not be writing the note. Easy things, only I am going in detail because these derivations you could not found in all the books. So this is the collection from and different books and combined. So only for that I am going step by step here. Okay, so by subtracting equation number 14 from 13, we got this one. So hence d, that means d will be here 2 and this will be moved this side. That means it will be divided by 2 into e to the power plus I alpha a, right? So here 2 is divided by a by 2, 2 is divided by b by 2, and here e to the power plus I alpha move to the numerator, e to the power minus I alpha a plus I alpha a move to the numerator, e to the power minus I alpha a. This is the value of d we got, that is, it is equation number 16. No need to write these things. The pencil things, what we are write, I am writing, no need to write. The pen things, whatever I written, you just write those things. Okay. Now similarly, by considering boundary condition C and D, what we are going to get? By considering the boundary condition C, first we have to consider the boundary condition C. The C is nothing but psi 2 at x is equal to a is equal to psi 3 at x is equal to a. So where is the psi 2? Psi 2 means c e to the power I alpha a plus d e to the power minus I alpha a will be equal to f e to the power I k a. Okay, so that means psi 2 at x is equal to a is equal to psi 3 at x is equal to a. The boundary condition, third boundary condition C. So here we have to put I alpha a plus d e to the minus I alpha a will be equal to f e to the I k a. This is your equation number 17. Okay. Now, according to the boundary condition D, the boundary condition is D tells us that d psi 2 by dx at x is equal to a, d psi 3 by dx at x is equal to a. That means derivative at x is equal to a of the wave function psi 2 will be equal to first derivative of psi 3 at x is equal to a. That we have to do it here. See, first derivative of psi 2. First derivative of psi 2 means it will be I alpha c e to the I alpha x, but instead of x we have to put a. I alpha into c into e to the I alpha a. Okay. Then derivative of this one at x is equal to a. It will be minus I alpha into d into e to the power minus I alpha a. So I alpha it will be multiplied, but I taken common from these both the terms. I alpha I written outside the bracket, so it will be c e to the I alpha a minus d e to the minus I alpha a. Okay, left hand side gone. Then right hand side is the first derivative with respect to x at x is equal to a. That means ik into f into e to the I k a. Okay. Now this I alpha moved to right side, it will be divided with this term. So I got cancelled, so it will be k by alpha. So the left hand side will be c e to the power I alpha a minus d into e to the power minus I alpha equal to k by alpha into f into e to the power I k a. Let it is equation number 18. Now we have to add this equation number 17 and 18. You just see this d term and d term is going to be cancelled out because this is plus and minus, both are equal, cancelled out. So in the left side we can found 2c e to the I alpha a will be equal to 1 plus k by alpha. See here f e to the I k, f e to the I k, both are common terms, can be taken outside. So remaining in the bracket 1 plus k by alpha. So that implies c will be equal to 1 plus k by alpha into f by 2. Here 2 is gone, this side means f by 2 into, here you see e to the power I k. Okay, if this term will be moved this side, it will be divided by e to the power I alpha a. If it will move to the numerator, then it will be e to the power minus I alpha a. Okay, e to the power I k a into e to the power minus I alpha a will be how much? E to the power I k minus alpha into a. Let it is equation number 19. Don't write these things, pencil things. I omitted one step, no problem. Here easy steps. So in this way we got the c value is this much and named as equation number 19. You can check that by subtracting 18 from 17. That means you have to subtract this from 17. What you are going to get? For that you have to put here minus and plus. This is minus. Okay. So c term got cancelled. So 2d e to the power 2d e to the power minus I alpha a, e to the minus I alpha a, and right hand side will be 1 minus k by alpha into f. This is nothing, f into e to the power I k a. Okay, so d will be equal to 1 minus k by alpha, 1 minus k by alpha, f this 2 is divided over here, so f by 2 into e to the power I into k plus alpha into a. How it is happens? See, this 2 is gone to the denominator here. When this will be moved to this side, it will be divided by e to the power minus I alpha a. When it will be moved to the numerator, it will be e to the power I alpha a. Okay, so see, e to the I k a, e to the I alpha a. I and a can be taken common and outside the bracket k plus alpha into a. Let it is equation number 20. Let it is equation number 20. Okay. Now we have to move for the next page. That is equating equation number 15 and 19. What we get, what we can found. In equation number 15, what you got? You got c value, right? You got the value c value. C value. Okay, this is 1 plus k by alpha e to the power minus 1 minus k by alpha, here e to the power plus I alpha, here e to the plus I k a. C value you got in equation number 15, and equation number 18, sorry, equation number 19 also you got the C value. So by equating, here what I written, that equating equation number 15 and 19 means C value we are going to be equate. So 15 value I have to write this value. This value I have been written in the left side. This one. This value I have just I written that this is the value from equation number 15, and this is the value from equation number 19. You check your note. Okay, you check your note that this value is the C value from equation number 15, and this value is also C value we found from equation number 19. Okay. So in the next step, what I done, I just written this term in right hand side. So I taken this term from left to right. So here in the left side it is plus. So if it will move to the right side, it will be minus. So e to the power minus I alpha a, and other terms are same, nothing changed. 1 plus k by alpha, 1 plus k by alpha a by 2 e to the power minus I k a plus 1 minus k by alpha into b by 2 into e to the power I k a is equal to 1 plus k by alpha into f by 2 into e to the power I e to the power I k minus alpha a e to the power I k minus alpha a. Only this term moved to this side and it is e to the power minus I alpha a. Okay. Now here whatever I written in the left hand side, exactly same I written in the next step in the left hand side. Nothing I have been changed in this step. The left hand side is same in this step also. Okay, so what I changed, here you can see 1 plus k by alpha, 1 plus k by alpha, f by 2, f by 2. Here I just removed the bracket, e to the power I k into e to the power minus I alpha a. Here another e to the power minus I alpha a. So it will be e to the power minus I 2 alpha a. Okay, by omitting this bracket we found e to the power I k a, one term, and another two term e to the power minus I alpha a. Here e to the power minus I alpha a is going to be add up the power e to the power I 2 alpha a. Let it is equation number 21. So in this way we got this equal to This, let it is equation number 21. Now we are going to equate equation number 16 and 20. What we are going to be found? Check it. Equation number 16 is represents the d value. See, equation number 16 is represents the value of d. D value is nothing but is your equation number 16. And equation number 20 also represents the d value. So we are going to be equate these two equations. So here I written equating 16 and 20. We found this value is nothing but is your equation number 16. This is equation number 16. And this right hand side is nothing but is equation number 20. Okay. In the next step, what we done? We taken this term e to the power minus I alpha to right side. Right side means it will be divide. It will be divide with this term e to the power minus I alpha a, right? But if this will be moved to the numerator, it will be e to the power plus alpha a. Okay, plus alpha a. And here you can see, here if we have to omit the, if we are going to omit the bracket, then it will be e to the power ik into e to the power I alpha a. Here another term is e to the power I alpha a. So it will be right hand side I am telling, it will be 1 minus k by alpha f by 2 e to the power I k a, this term e to the power I k a, and this e to the power I alpha a into e to the power I alpha a is going to be add up their power. We can found e to the power I 2 alpha a. This is the right hand side whenever we are going to take this e to the power I alpha a towards right side. Now by taking this to the right side, the left terms, this much is written over here. Okay, see, same terms, by taking only we have taken this one to the right side and we found this one, and the other terms we have been written simply here. 1 minus k by alpha into a by 2 into e to the power I minus I k a plus 1 plus k by alpha into b by 2 into e to the power plus I k a is equal to this much. Let it is equation number 22. Okay. Now we have to add the equation number 21 and 22. So here I am going to suggest one thing, that don't write these pencil things, because here I am writing for my explanation. So only you have to write whatever I written in the pen. Okay. Now we have to consider that addition of 21 and 22. This is your 21 equation and this is your 22 equation. Now we are going to consider the addition of 21 and 22. What we are going to get? Carefully you have to check. See, here I written directly, but you can check by your rough. I am explaining here, you just check it. See, we have to consider first left hand side. Okay, left hand side you just consider this term and this term. I marked by a star. This term and this term. Okay. Now you are going to be add these two terms. See, here it is 1 plus k by alpha into a by 2 e to the power minus I k a. Here 1 minus k by alpha into a by 2 into e to the power minus I k a. The exponential term is same. A by 2, k by alpha, 1 minus, like that. 1 minus here, here 1 plus. So if this term is going to be add up, then what will happen? See, plus k by alpha a by 2 into e to the power minus ik minus k by alpha a by 2 into e to the power minus ik is going to be cancelled out. Then what we can found? See, here when 1 is going to be multiplied, we can get a by 2 e to the power minus ik. Here 1 is multiplied with this one, also we can get a by 2 into e to the power minus I ka. So when they are going to be add up, that will be 2 into a by 2 into e to the power minus I ka. So 2 got cancelled. We can found only a into e to the power minus ik, whatever written here. You got it? By considering this term and this term, after adding these two terms, we can found only a e to the power minus ik. Similarly, if you are going to consider this one, this term, suppose this one is marked by a triangle, and this one also is marked by a triangle. Okay. For your easy understanding, okay, you just follow this term and this term. This two underlined term is going to be add up. What we are going to get? This k by alpha, here minus b by 2 e to the I ka, here plus k by alpha into b by 2 into e to the plus I ka, going to be cancelled out, and we can get 2b by 2 into e to the power I ka. So 2 will be got cancelled, we can get b into e to the power I ka. Okay, so here we found b e to the power I ka. By adding equation number 21 and 22, the left hand side is going to be reduced to a e to the power minus I ka plus b e to the power I ka. Okay, next we have to move to the right hand side. Here I marked the right hand side of the equation number equation number 21 as a circle. Okay, this is the right hand side term of equation number 21, and this is your right hand side term of equation number 22. These two terms is going to be add up now. Simply I added these two terms. See what I written. Whatever written in this, simply I written here by omitting this bracket. So what we can get by omitting this bracket? We can found f by 2 into e to the power I ka into e to the power minus I 2 alpha a. This is okay. Now whenever this is going to be multiplied k by alpha, so it will k by alpha into this much. So I written the second term is that plus k by alpha f by 2 e to the power I ka into e to the power here minus I 2 alpha a, curly bracket closed. Okay, now we consider the equation number 22. So if we are going to omit this circular bracket, we can get two terms, that is f by 2, one is going to be multiplied with this, we can get f by 2 e to the power I ka, see e to the I ka into e to the I 2 alpha a, e to the I ka into e to the I 2 alpha a. Next, minus k by alpha is going to be multiplied with this one, it will be minus k by alpha into f by 2 into e to the I ka into e to the I 2 alpha a, curly bracket closed. Okay, Then next step, the left hand side is same. The right hand side, what I done, you see f e to the power ik, here f e to the power ik, here f e to the power ik, f e to the power ik is common term among these four. So I taken f e to the power ik outside the bracket. This is the square bracket. Okay, in the square bracket, how I written arrangedly, you just watch. See, here in the first term you can get e to the power minus I 2 alpha a. By taking f e to the power ik common outside, you got e to the power minus I 2 alpha a, e to the power minus I 2 alpha a. Okay, next, here another term, this one you can found by taking f e to the power ik outside, you can get e to the power I 2 alpha a divided by 2. So here in this term you found e to the power minus I 2 alpha a by 2. From this term you found e to the power I 2 alpha a by 2. So these two terms is written closely with each other. So it will be e to the power minus I 2 alpha a plus e to the power I 2 alpha a by 2. Now you consider this term and this term. Already f e to the power ik taken outside, and remaining you can found k by alpha into e to the power I minus I 2 alpha a. In this term you can found k by alpha into e to the power plus I 2 alpha a by 2. Here by 2 also there. Okay, so I can write minus k by alpha taken common among these two terms. See, f e to the power ik is common among these four, so taken outside and given the square bracket. Now considering these two terms, k by alpha is common, so taken outside k by alpha and started with curly bracket, we can found here, see, e to the power I 2 alpha plus I 2 alpha here, and this here minus is taken, means this plus will be minus e to the power here I 2 alpha a minus here this one e to the minus I 2 alpha a, e to the power minus I 2 alpha a, curly bracket closed, then square bracket also closed. So next step, the left hand side is same, no changes. Here right hand side f e to the power ik, what is this one? This one is nothing but cos 2 alpha a. Okay, because we know that e to the power I theta plus e to the minus I theta by 2 is equal to cos theta, and we know e to the power I theta minus e to the power minus I theta minus e to the minus I theta by 2 is sin theta. Okay, so here you can found e to the power I theta, theta means 2 alpha a, plus e to the power minus I theta means 2 alpha a by 2 will be nothing but cos theta, that is cos 2 alpha a. Okay, now here you can see e to the power I theta means 2 alpha a minus e to the power minus I theta means 2 alpha a. So what it will be, sorry, here I written mistakenly somewhat, e to the power I theta minus e to the power I theta minus I theta is nothing but I sin theta. I sin theta, if divided by 2 it will be I sin theta, if divided by 2i it will be sine theta. But here it is divided by 2. It is divided by 2. So we can write I sine theta means I sine 2 alpha a. Already k by alpha is there. So I k by alpha into sine 2 alpha a. Got it? Okay. We have to move for the next page. So here we found that this equal to this. So for my easy explanation, I written this equation in the next page. So what we found that a e to the power minus ika plus b e to the power ika is equal to f e to the power ika whole into cos 2 alpha minus ik by alpha into sin 2 alpha a. Let it is equation number 23. This we found here in the last page. Okay, just I written this one. Next page, it will be easy for me to explain. Now we have to subtracting 22 from 21. 22 from 21. Okay, you just check. First I have to remove this these pencil thing writings. Okay, here this is our 22 equation and this is our 23 equation. Now we have to subtract 22 from 21. So by adding 21, 22, we found the 23 equation. Now we have to subtract this 22 equation from 21. Carefully you have to watch. I am going to be explain the first step and other steps you can understand easily, no problem. See, this 22 is going to be subtract from 21. Here you can see the first two term or the left side terms, this one. Here the left side terms are this one. Okay, now whenever this 22 is going to be subtract from 21, then this here you can see we are going to consider this term and this term, these two term. So here 22 will be subtract, no, so this one will be minus and this will be plus, right? So now what will happen? See, the first term, that is a by 2 into e to the power minus ik, here it will be minus a by 2 into e to the power minus ik is going to be cancelled out. Now the second term, I am considering only this one and this one. Okay, this one and this one, I am considering these two only, the subtraction. See here, k by alpha into a by 2 into e to the power minus ik, this will be plus k by alpha into a by 2 into e to the minus ik. That means it will be 2 into k by alpha into a by 2 into e to the power minus ika. 2 will be cancelled out, so we can found k by alpha into a into e to the power minus ik. Okay, by considering these two we can get this one, k by alpha a into e to the power minus ik, that I have been written over here. Okay, now similarly if we are going to consider this one, this and this, that means this 22 is going to be subtract from 21. That means this 1 will be minus, this k by alpha will be also minus. Okay, that means here 1 b by 2 e to the ik, here minus 1 into b by 2 into e to the ik is going to be cancelled out, and we are going to get minus k by alpha b by 2 into e to the I k. Here also minus k by alpha into b by 2 into e to the I k plus I k. That means we can get 2 into k by alpha into b by 2 into e to the power I k a. So 2 will be got cancel. Sorry, here we can get minus, no. So we can get minus. Okay. So 2 got cancel. We can get minus k by alpha b into e to the power I k a. b by 2 got cancel. K by alpha minus k by alpha into b e to the I k a. Okay. So that things I have been written over here. Minus k by alpha into b into e to the power I k a. The left side work is over. Okay, now we have to consider the right side. Right side simply I subtracted. I just removed the bracket. This bracket I removed. I got the two terms here, and minus of by removing this this bracket, and I written the two terms and consider the subtraction. Okay, so that is f by 2 e to the I k a into e to the minus I 2 alpha a plus k by alpha into f by 2 into e to the I k a into e to the minus I 2 alpha a. Here minus f by 2 e to the I k a into e to the I 2 alpha a minus k by alpha into f by 2 into e to the I k a into e to the I 2 alpha a. Okay. Now here in the left side you can see k by alpha can be taken outside because both common term in among these two terms. So k by alpha a into e to the minus I k minus b into e to the I k is equal to f e to the I k a can be taken outside, and in the square bracket the two terms you can found. See, e to the power in the first term, what we can found by taken f into e to the I k a, you can found e to the minus I 2 alpha a by 2, e to the minus I 2 alpha a, and another term you can found. See here by taking after taking f e to the I k a common, you can found minus e to the power plus 2 alpha a by 2. So these two things written like this. So e to the power I minus I 2 alpha a minus e to the power I 2 alpha a by 2. Likewise other two terms you can see, that is k by alpha e to the power minus I 2 alpha a. Here minus k by alpha, this is plus k by alpha, this is minus k by alpha, right? Minus k by alpha into e to the power I 2 alpha a plus. So this 2 by that means k by alpha, here k by alpha e to the minus I alpha by 2, k minus k by alpha e to the power I 2 alpha by 2. So written in this way, that is plus k by alpha e to the power minus I 2 alpha a plus e to the power I 2 alpha a by 2. Just now I discussed here that if e to the power I theta minus e to the minus I theta will be equal to I sin theta. Okay, but here it is e to the minus theta minus e to the theta, that will be minus I sin theta. You got my point? This will be I sin theta. If it will be e to the power minus theta minus e to the I theta by 2, that means it will be minus I sin theta, right? So by considering this, it will be minus I sin 2 alpha a, and here this will be cos. So k by alpha cos 2 alpha a. Okay, so here you can see carefully, you watch. Here k by alpha is going to be moved to right side. That means it will be into alpha by k. You got my point? This is k by alpha. if it will move to right side, it will be 1 by k by alpha, or alpha by k, or alpha by k into whole into the right side term. Okay, so if alpha by k is going to be multiplied with this term and this term, what we can get? The left side will be after this is going to be moved to right side, then it will be remaining a e to the power minus ik minus b e to the power plus ik is equal to, here alpha by k is going to be multiplied with this one and this one. It will be f e to the power ik. When alpha by k is going to be multiplied with this one, it will be minus I alpha by k sine 2 alpha a. Here k by alpha is already there, is going to be multiplied with alpha by k, that means it will be 1, and cos 2 alpha a, here I written cos 2 alpha a. This equation named as your 24, equation number 24. Now you just simply add the equation number 23 and 24, what you are going to get? This is our 24 equation, this is our 23 equation. Now we are going to add this 23 and 24. You can see here a e to the power minus ik plus b e to the power plus ik. Here it is a e to the power minus ik minus b e to the power ika. If I am going to be add 23 and 24, this b term, this term and c b term, this is plus, is going to be cancelled out, and we are going to get 2a e to the power minus ika in our right hand side, right? Now you can see the left side and right side, right side of the equation number 23 and 24. This is your equation number 24, and this is the right hand side of equation number 24, and this is the right hand side of equation number 23. In both the case, f e to the ik is common, f e to the ik, right? You can see cos 2 alpha a, here there is cos 2 alpha a, so if we want to add, then it will be 2 cos 2 alpha a. Okay, now here minus I k by alpha into sine 2 alpha a. Carefully you have to watch, this is important. I k by alpha into sine 2 alpha a, but here it is minus I alpha by k, just reverse. Sine 2 alpha a is going to be add, means we can take common minus I k by alpha plus alpha by k sine 2 alpha a. Okay, so the right hand side after addition we can get f e to the power ika can be taken outside, because both these two is common among both 23rd and 24 equation, so it will be go outside, and square bracket, inside the square bracket we can write 2 cos 2 alpha a minus I in the circular bracket k by alpha plus alpha by k into sine 2 alpha a. Okay, here you just watch carefully what will the value of f. Watch carefully. First what I am doing, see, here 2 is there, here 2 is there, but in this term there is no 2. So now if I am going to take 2 common from this term and this term, so it will be I by 2 we can get over here, right? And after taking 2 common, this 2 and this 2 can be cancelled out. Okay, the remaining things we have a e to the power minus ik in the left side. Right side we can found f e to the power ika into cos 2 alpha a, because already 2 taken outside, taken common and cancelled out, this. Okay, cos 2 alpha a minus I by 2 k by alpha plus alpha by k sin 2 alpha a, bracket closed. Here in the next step, what we extracted f, that means f will be equal to how much? F we want to find out, means this whole term is going to be divided with this one, so this will be the numerator. After cancelling the 2, whatever we found right hand side, it will be going to be divided with this term. So here this term is means a into e to the power minus I alpha I k a into e to the power minus I k a is going to be divided with this one. See this one. I just written this one here. When this is going to be divided over here, coming to here e to the power I k a is multiplied with this one, right? So this term will be at the denominator, e to the power I k will be here, right? E to the power I k. Now if e to the power I k will be moved to the numerator, it will be e to the power minus I k. Already e to the power minus I k is there, so it will be e to the power minus I 2ka. Okay, and the denominator remaining terms, what we can get, cos 2 alpha a, because 2 already taken outside and cancelled with this term, with this 2, cos 2 alpha a minus I by 2 k by alpha plus alpha by k into sin 2 alpha a, k by alpha plus alpha by k sin 2 alpha a. We got this one. Okay, here I omitted 2 steps and I explained. Here you just understand what I done and how I omitted the 2 steps. You can write from this step to this step easily, no problem, because this is the easy step, nothing else. There is no some complex steps are there. Only simple things, only 2 is taken and cancelled out, and this is going to be divided with here with this term, and this e to the power my ik will be moved to the numerator, it will be minus I 2ka, no problem. Next we have to consider, so here see, if we found that a e to the power minus I 2ka by this much, so f by a will be how much? A will be moved this side and f by a will be this much. That things I have been written in the next page. That is, f by a will be equal to your e to the power minus I 2ka divided by cos 2 alpha a minus I by 2 x sin 2 alpha a. So where the x came? Here see, k by alpha plus alpha by k is written as x. So instead of k by alpha plus alpha by k, we have been considered that x. Okay, so it will be I by 2 x I 2 alpha a. Let x equal to k by alpha plus alpha by k, and this is considered as equation number 25. Why we considered x? For our simplification, nothing else. For simplification we considered this plus this is equal to x. Now we have to consider the subtracting 24 from 23, what we are going to get. We found the 24 value, the 24 equation is this one, and 23 equation is this one. After addition 23 and 24, we found f by a, this one. This is 25, f by a value we got. Now we are going to consider 24 is going to be subtracted from 23. What we are going to get? See, this is 24 is going to be subtracted, means it will be minus, it will be plus. You can see in the left side of the 23, this is a I to the minus ik plus b to the ik. So here a will be minus, b will be plus. So obviously the left hand side will be 2b to the ik. By subtracting 24 from 23, the left hand side will be 2b to the ik. This is 2b to the ik, right? Now we are going to subtract this one, see, this one from this one. Okay, so it will be, see, if it will so, this will be minus and this will be plus, this will be minus and this will be plus, right? So here cos 2 alpha a is plus, here cos 2 alpha a will be minus, will be cancelled out, and this alpha by a is plus, I alpha by a sin 2 alpha a is will be plus, and this will be minus. So if we are going to take common I sin 2 alpha a among this term and this term, we can found alpha by a minus, sorry, alpha by k minus k by alpha, alpha by k minus k by alpha, exactly. So we can found I into alpha by k minus k by alpha into sin 2 alpha a. Okay, okay, this is nothing, this is nothing. Now here you can found b by f. See, first I divided 2 in this right hand side. What we can get? This 2 is divided over here, it will be I by 2, I by 2 alpha by k minus k by alpha into sin 2 alpha a. Okay, and here e to the power minus I k will be go this side, it will be plus e to the power plus ik. You got my point? This one will be move this side, and if this will be moved this side, it will be at the denominator part, and if this will be moved to the numerator, it will be plus ik. Already e to the power ik is there, so we can get e to the power I2ka. Okay, so f is taken this side, so we got b by f equal to e to the power I2ka whole into, here 2 is taken this side, means I by 2 alpha by k minus k by alpha into sin 2 alpha a. Okay, that implies b by f will be equal to e to the power I2ka, e to the I2ka. Okay, and in the square bracket I by 2, this alpha by k minus k by alpha is considered as omega into sin 2 alpha a, into sin 2 alpha a. Let it is equation number 26. Here I written, here omega is considered as, here omega equal to alpha by k minus k by alpha. I don't have space, so I written with a small letter, but you can write this one clearly. Okay, Now we found f by a equal to this much, b by f equal to this much. Now multiply 25 and 26. Now multiply 25 and 26. What we are going to get? By multiplying 25 and 26, the left hand side will be b by a and the right hand side will be how much? You can see e to the power I 2ka by this much. That means it belongs to equation number 25. Okay, into here, this one I written e to the power I 2k, e to the I 2k into I by 2 omega sin 2 alpha a, I by 2 omega sin 2 alpha a. Okay, or b by a will be how much? I by 2 omega sin 2 alpha a, I by 2 omega sin 2 alpha a. Here e to the power minus I 2k, e to the power plus I 2k. That means e to the power 0. Then e to the power minus x into e to the power x means e to the power 0 will be equal to 1. So considering this and this exponent terms, it will be 1, and the rest of the terms are I by 2 omega into sin 2 alpha a whole divided by cos 2 alpha a minus I by 2 x into sin 2 alpha a. Let it is equation number 27. Okay, so here we have to stop our this video. Next video we have to start to finding the value of reflection coefficient, that is b by a mod square. Whatever we initially we have been discussed, that can be found b by a into b by a complex conjugate, and then we can we are going to be try to find out t, that will be f by a mod square, and then we can, if we are going to be add the values r and t, we can found one which will be nothing but the so called conservation law. And then we are going to be discuss the r value in the form of E and V will be how much, then t value will be how much, and some conclusions. In the next video, these things we are going to be discuss. I suggest to all of you that up to 27 carefully you have to watch all these steps, pause the video, write down the notes up to equation number 27, and be ready for the next class.